Welcome to the 51st episode of Trollin HGC, a Heroes of the Storm podcast focused on esports and a member of the Trolls.gg Entertainment Network. I'm your host for the last time tonight, LiQiuD, and I'm joined as always by Bahgz and Goon. How's it going, boys?
What's up? What's up?
What is happening? Glad to be here. I just finished my stream. I just finished my placements for the new season, and I'm pretty.
That was
tight.
Tonight, wasn't it?
Yeah.
That's today. Where'd you end up?
Diamond 1 with 800 and like two wins away from Master. So
that's pretty good, man.
Considering I was like Master 3,300 last season, to place in Diamond is kind of triggering, but whatever. You know, we're getting back into the game. And that's it.
I thought, didn't I read they weren't going to let anybody place directly in Master though? So
no, they people are still placing Master.
Oh, okay. To me, that's silly. You should never place Master, but different story for a different show. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And if you want to see that show, tune in Thursday. But anyways.
Right. Thursdays is when to check it out. I'm definitely a little rusty tonight. All right. So before we jump into some news, because we do have some news, Bahgz, why don't you tell everybody about our Patreon?
All right. Over at patreon.com/trolls.gg or just trollsgg. We have a Patreon account that is shared with the Next Trolls and all the trolls.gg content creators. You are able to donate $1 a month, earn early access to our show notes, as well as acquire priority in our after show games, or future call-in episodes. At $10 a month, you reach chieftain status. You'll get all the previous rewards I just mentioned, plus a special shout out at the end of each show. We've also added a brand new exclusive Patreon tier, the War Chiefs. It's limited to only 2 patrons a month. At $20 a month, you will have access to the most exclusive of rewards, which is currently personal access to our next goal. With that being said, I'd also like to give a big shout out to our first War Chief ever, William T. We're currently at $66 to $75 a month towards our second goal, which is the coaching goal. Once a month, Goon or Arumas will stream 2 of our War Chiefs coaching sessions for over an hour, providing extra coaching content to level up the community and rewarding our newest Patreon tier, the War Chiefs. Speaking of trolls, LiQiuD, who's this week's troll of the week?
So this week we have actually a new member of the Trolls GG family and someone who is going to help bring our website into the next iteration of it. Also been following the show for a while. When I actually sat down and talked to him, it was kind of crazy how much he knew about the show and what he thought about the show. So I was like, all right, you know what? I'm totally going to make this dude my troll of the week. And that is Gene Tizer. So he's in chat. Thank you, my friend.
Wow.
Awesome. All right.
Glad to hear that.
Also, we had a Blizzcon ticket giveaway. Everybody had time to enter over the last 2.5-ish weeks. We are going to do the drawing at the very end of the show and announce who is getting that ticket to BlizzCon that we're giving away.
Get baited.
So, yeah, not shedding light on who that is right now. That's for sure. So,
right on.
Yeah, you know. All right. I think I missed this announcement, but it looks like there's an issue with the Chinese team.
Yeah, I'm really struggling to
I'm like trying to translate that.
Yeah.
I
mean, here's what it says. It says, on the grounds of the 3rd season of the HGC Golden Storm League on July 10th, 2018, some players appeared to be too provocative and violated the safety regulations of the game. Now, this is like probably a really like butchered translation, but essentially A-team players violated competition safety regulations, and the penalty result is forbidden to participate in all official events in 2018.
Safety, provocative,
right?
like,
it's like
again, this might be a shitty translation, right? It probably is a shitty translation. However, with that being said, what's so like? Let's just assume it was provocative and it was, a safety issue. What do you think? What do you think it was?
The only thing I can think of is like as they're like on a catwalk walking into the bubble, at the HGC China LAN event. They're like doing like suck it signs, and like they almost fell off the catwalk.
No,
Like, that's the only thing I can think of.
Oh
it's
my
only
God.
all right. So thank God, LiQuipedia here to save us, boys. May 30th. All right, I got the whole history of A Team sitting right in front of me. I'm going to go over it real fast. May 30th,
Okay.
they qualify for HGC Chinese Season 3, right?
Yep.
Teams formed. They have 5 players. June 26th, Hanxi, HANXI, leaves the team, and UncleG joins the team. July 10th, UncleG is suspended for the entirety of 2018 and has to leave the team. So it's only UncleG that left, and it looks like they've already replaced him with Kite WW.
Love it.
So only one player. I love Chinese names because they're crazy. Thank you, LiQuipedia, for hooking us up. Kite WW coming in, saving the team.
So was this Chinese band or this Chinese team already in the HGC in China, or?
Yes, as of phase 2, they qualified for it out of Chinese Open Division for phase 2.
Okay, so then who took that spot? The Crucible team they played against, or?
No, the team kept the spot. Only one player was booted off.
Oh, okay.
I think I misunderstood the title.
Bahgz is spreading fake news with these shows.
No, it's the way it was translated. To be fair, it was the way it was translated.
Okay.
So Bahgz did read it wrong. Let's just blame Bahgz.
I like that translated. I probably have a better shot at getting the show you.
Well, look, man, Dorsch is saying when we hit 1,000 a month in our Patreon, we'll hire a translator. So I mean, there we go, man. Help us, you guys. Help us help you so that we have a translator on staff. You like that? I like that. I think that's a great plan. All right, so let's move on. On to some results.
Actually, before
somebody's got something else.
Yeah. It hasn't been announced yet whether or not Tempo Storm has signed Vin. Correct? That's still.
Yes, we should talk about that. That's a great topic because, my man, you read my mind. I forgot about this. I was reading this yesterday. Somebody on Reddit found the article, or not the article, but found the team on the HGC website, and it had been listed. And then, what's his name? The eSports writer that's been like breaking all the news.
Tim Rizzo or some of that, or
thank you. Rizzo came out and said, "Hold on, Tempo hasn't actually signed anybody. So either Blizzard jumped the gun, or Rizzo's got his information wrong." And if I gotta be honest, I'm falling down on the side of Rizzo here, and I think Tempo probably hasn't signed Vin yet.
I think you're probably right.
I think they have to sign him before the next week starts.
This weekend they have to play with their permanent member.
Right.
So they only had 2 sub weeks, and that was week 1 and week 2. And so here we are going into week 3, and that means they gotta have their
for
permanent.
both of them. So I think it's probably.
I mean, it kind of makes sense, but that doesn't mean they signed him, right? So like. Maybe he's holding out for like, yo, you got to pay me $100,000 a year. I'm out, boy.
LiQuiD just likes the drama. He just likes the potential drama that would happen.
I love the drama, man. Are you kidding me? I live for the drama.
It's like, oh yeah, Vin, yeah, he played with us, but we actually signed. Saw him. He came back. He's back, bigger than ever. Here he is.
out of everything I'm gonna really miss about this, about doing this, like honestly. Like I love talking HGC every week. Like, don't get me wrong, but the biggest thing I'm gonna miss out of being so involved with Trolls GG is the inside information that like we've built up a trust with people so that they will tell us stuff because they know we're not gonna go reporting on it. We're just gonna be ready when the story finally breaks. And like, dude, there is some crazy drama that happens, especially in NA. That I'm going to miss that, honestly. Like,
yeah.
I love drama. Like, my wife makes fun of me all the time because I love drama, and I'm going to miss that, which is a crazy thing to say, but I will. I'll miss it. So, yeah. But Tempo's got to make a decision, right? We'll see who they line up with this week when they we'll see on Friday.
Yeah,
when they play LFM.
I think
like
it's a safe.
99.9%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's a safe
I mean,
bet.
the reality is, whoever they're scrimming with this week is who they've signed. Whether they've signed them or not, that's the person that's on the team. Because you're not scrimming with someone this week that isn't like your player going forward, right?
Yeah.
You can't.
Yep.
All right. So, anything else before we jump into results? Or are we ready for some results?
I think we're ready for some results.
Awesome. All right, we're going to start in Korea. And you know what we're going to start with? We're going to start with my boys Tempest beating Ballistics. That's right. I'm just saying, Tempest still got it going on. And I believe that both of you are going to have to recognize that.
So wait. This is DirecTV Tempest, right? Is that what we're going with again? Is that what we're doing?
Change the channel. Let's change the channel on this.
They're still crushing it. They're still crushing it.
What was the?
They haven't played Gen G yet.
Hold on. You are the same person who told me Ballistics was the second place team. Tempest was the third place team.
Yeah,
but here's Tempest beating Ballistics. You told me going into mid-season brawl that was the way it was.
That's what I'm saying before. Then Ballistics showed me a side of them I haven't never seen before.
Yeah,
and it was bad.
Truth.
bad listics.
So do I have to wait until week 5 for you, or week 4 for you to finally admit that Tempest is the real deal? Is that what you're telling me?
They're good. I think I will never discount that. I just want you to recognize the fact that they have a switch that they go from looking good to bad real quick, and they also have only won one international tournament ever, and that was almost 2 years ago, or over 2 years ago at this point. I want to see how they play against Gen G, and if it's competitive, I will. Even if they lose, but they lose like 3-2, I'll tip my hat to you.
All right. I mean, you already owe me a beer, so.
But I'm gonna mail that to you, I guess. I don't
know. But no, that's fair. That's fair. Look, I don't honestly, as much as I love Tempest, I don't expect them to beat Gen G when they play. I think it'll be close. I think it'll be a 3-2, but they're not going to win that game. I wish they would. I will
3-2. Okay.
Not be picking them in my. I will be saying 3-2. They lose to Gen G when I get my picks in Master Leagues challenge. And it'll hurt me to do so, but I got to go for the points, man. Got to go for the points. Miracle beat Gluck. I think we all knew that was going to happen. Gen G smoked Supernova. Blossom smoked Feliz. Like, the bottom tier is still the bottom tier. The mid and higher tier are the better ones.
I gotta admit that I'm disappointed that Blossom wasn't able to I don't know, win at least another map or beat Ballistics. But other than that, I mean, Korea's Korea, man. It's pretty black and white over there. It's like either you're the bottom tier or you're the top tier.
Or you're the top tier. I mean, the only one that's in the middle is Ballistics is like clearly above the bottom tier, but not the top 3. So I think we're gonna see kind of the similar. We'll see similar top 3 as we did last season. It'll be Gen G, Tempest, Ballistics.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just the way it's gonna shape up.
It'd be Blossom, then Miracle, and then just the 3 bottom.
And then
feeders.
Everybody else. Right.
Yeah. So.
All right. Moving over to EU. Fnatic 3-1 Granite Gaming. And Dig 3-1 Method. You guys shout out if anything was crazy. Team LiQuiud 3-0'd Leftovers.
Oh my god, no, that's too wild. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? And Granite Gaming 3-0'd Zealot, or 3-2 Zealots. I actually thought Zealots had a really good chance there.
Yeah.
They just couldn't quite get it done.
Yeah, obviously Zealots still have some things they need to figure out, right? Based on what we're seeing.
Yeah.
As a team. I got into, there was a little discussion that was happening in one of the Discord servers where there was people were pretty much talking about Quacknix and how he's overhyped and all this stuff, and how AD already took Zealots and, you know, they were a great team. Yeah. Well, you gotta take into consideration that Zealots when AD already was on the team and Zealots to when Quacknix was on the team are 2 different teams.
Yes.
So maybe the quality of the players on Zealots when AD already was there is definitely a factor as compared to.
It's not quite where it needs to be. Right. I would agree with that. So I definitely would agree with that.
I think and now I could be wrong, but I think the bigger question is like, what's up with Fnatic? Both their matches with LiQuiud and Method were close. but they've dropped. Those are 2 matches that even with the previous roster, which wasn't as good as we would have hoped for, would have won. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're still finding their footing with the changes.
Wish be back on the team. Like, I don't know. Like,
Yeah.
maybe it's just like, maybe they just lost the magic. It's like,
I don't know that they lost the magic. I think so. If you look at, okay,
For me,
I have an unpopular opinion here.
oh god, all right.
Mene's time is up, and it's time for him to retire.
Ooh, Mene's time. Somebody clip that. We're gonna post that to Reddit. Mene's time is up, and he needs to retire.
I'm gonna get hate for that, and I know I'm gonna get hate for that, and that's okay. There are other problems.
Like at Mene with that right now.
There are other problems with Fnatic. I'm not saying that is the only problem right now. I think they're still settling in. They're still settling into Last Hope playing there. Like they're settling in, but like it's time. It's time for Mene to either retire or go find an open division team. But get the hell off my
Whoa!
I just had a conversation.
Time out. Hang on. Hang on. We're done. We're done. See you later, guys. See you later.
Oh man.
All right, we're back. We're back. We're back.
All right, so
Mene, you know what he says, LiQuid? He says it's your time to retire.
Right? It is my time to retire. But here's the thing, right? Look, Mene is a good player. I'm kind of bagging on him kind of hard, and I understand that. He's a good player. I don't think he's not top tier player, right? I don't know. I haven't watched EU Open Division the last couple of weeks, so I don't know what's out there right now.
It's the wild west out there, dude. Like NA, right. In my eyes, NA Open Division looks way better than the EU Open Division. That's
interesting. I'm definitely going to catch up starting next week just so I can get a good look at it. But I guess my point
biased.
is I don't think Mene can bring Fnatic to a top team. They won't be a top international team with Mene there. I'm definitely happy that Bad Benny left. That was a bad fit in phase 1. That was not a good fit for the team. I think Last Hope can settle into the spot. But I don't like Mene has never felt like he meshed for me. And I'm going to get so much hate from Caldor for this, but like he just hasn't. Like he's not felt like the right fit for Fnatic ever. Like since the beginning of phase 1. So yeah, maybe saying he should retire is a little harsh. I think there are teams that could work really well with him. I don't think Fnatic is one of those teams.
I mean, do you not feel that maybe the rest of the teams in EU are just better? Like they've gotten better overall? And
yes, no, 100%. Yes, they have gotten better across the board, and that's my point, right? So Fnatic hasn't. If anything, I think they've actually stepped down a little bit. And then across the board in EU, we've seen the teams improve. So you have to ask yourself, well, how do I then improve my team, right? And Fnatic, like Mene wasn't the right fit for them to, like that was what they wanted to do in phase 1, right? We want to make this to the next step. We want to win BlizzCon, right? So what do we do to our team to change it? Well, we know these pieces aren't working right, so we're going to swap these pieces around. They get Mene. Mene's not working out, but they make 2 other changes instead. Quacknix and Benny leave, and they get Schwimpy and Last Hope. Cool. But Mene is still around, and I think that should have been a piece that got changed as well. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, Last Hope is playing. He's playing pretty well. Like I'm actually impressed with the level of play that this guy is bringing. Schizo brings up a good point. Schwimpy himself hasn't been looking too hot
this week. No, he's looked bad this week.
I think what we're seeing is a case of everyone remembers Fnatic when they were at the top. They've made several changes over the course of the past, year, and they're looking to find their groove again. Other teams are better, and this team Fnatic just can't come in and kick everybody's ass. Like that's just not gonna happen. So I think it's a combination. Yeah, I think it's a combination of just like maybe expectations are a little too high, and everyone else is they've leveled up essentially, right?
Right.
But to say that this dude needs to retire.
That was probably a little harsh, but that's okay. That's all right.
I mean, how much? How old is Mene? Like 25?
25.
Okay, he's still got some blood in him. I mean,
He's still got some life. Yeah.
He's still got some mileage he can put in.
Here's my thing. So my thing is, Quacknix has admitted as much that he was burnt out. The passion wasn't there. And he's trying to reignite that now with Zealots with lessened expectations over on that team, and the expectations the way they're playing should be pretty fucking minimal. But the thing is I wonder if it wasn't just him. I wonder if this was like this team was at the top. Like they just missed out on winning BlizzCon, relatively missed out. And it's just a wonder, like, instead of bouncing back from that with like that desire and that hunger to like really like reach that pinnacle, it was just like, all right, in 2016 we shocked the world. 2017 is going to be our year, and then it wasn't your year, and like maybe there's just no bouncing back from.
To be fair, in almost every measurable way, it was their year except for BlizzCon.
That's what I mean.
But like 2017, like.
If you're in Fnatic's shoes, though, like, nothing else matters except for winning BlizzCon, right? Like
yeah, all right.
I mean, maybe you can walk away and take some solace in the fact that you won mid-season brawl, you won some clashes, but like, I don't know. Me personally, I feel like if you're the ultimate goal is the Super Bowl, like, you know, who gives a crap if you win the AFC Championship?
All right.
I mean, it's debatable which one's the Super Bowl and which one's the, you know.
Well, that's the problem, right?
I hear you.
And us as viewers debate that, right? Like, because we all think differently than other people think. Not necessarily Blizzard. Like,
I just know Gen G got paid a whole lot more than Fnatic did for winning.
Yes,
for winning the BlizzCon.
Yeah.
So I just want last game we got to cover. Dig 3-0ing Monkey Menagerie, like
the meme dream team,
resident sleeper.
Right.
I don't even know why. Like. Cool, you know, Monkey Menagerie, you guys are in there, you guys are having a good time, but you know what, this is not what I watch. Here's the story. The attitudes that these guys have going into this.
Hey, they ain't in last place.
They're not in last place.
Yeah, how they 3-0'd Zealots last week. Like that's
how you know Quacks hit rock bottom, man.
They're not in last place, but like I feel like the spirit of the competition is a little
tarnished,
off with
absolutely.
it. Yeah. Well, that's just me. I'm an emotional guy, so I don't know.
Yeah. All right, well,
that interview, I just want to say that interview that Alex Aproji had, where he was just like, "Oh, I'd like to thank our sponsors." Oh, wait, we don't have any, and just hung up. Like, come on, man. No one's gonna want to sponsor you. That's what you're doing. I mean, if you're even looking for a sponsor, I guess at this point, right? But
I don't think they are. I think they don't care.
They don't care. So, what does that say about HGC?
That's the problem.
What does that say about Blizzard? What does that say about them?
Yeah, I would agree.
I don't know. I didn't like it, but you know,
I agree with you. So, you guys want to talk NA?
Yeah.
A little bit for sure. I mean, sure. Why not?
All right. So we had a rough week for LFM this week. Starting off with HHE 3-0 in them. And Endemic 3-0 in them the next day. That's a rough day. That's a rough weekend by them.
Hey, I mean, but to be fair, LFM had some games there that were like, oh, cool, all right. They're actually like doing okay. This isn't too bad.
We've been saying that for a long time too, though. I mean,
but yes,
it's got to start clicking a little bit more often. You know,
new roster. You have a player that came in from the open division. You have Fury. You have Fury, who was essentially removed, for what it sounds like, from his old squad that's kind of been thrown around all over the place, who is now developing his leadership role on a team, on a very young org, very young team in general. I mean, against arguably at the best, at the time, one of the best North American teams that just went to international land, who they're riding the wave right now.
Endemic doesn't count. Endemic is like the best of the worst at this point. But Heroes Hearth, that's arguably the best team in the league right now in NA.
Oh yeah, Schizo did say we're just gonna pass over Team Liquid. I mean,
I wanted to ignore Team Liquid because I'd be forced to say Hasuabs is old.
I meant to mention it, and we got. I meant to mention it, and we got. I got sidetracked. Yeah, Liquid, by the way, sitting at 3-0. How do we feel about that, boys?
I'm liking it. I'm liking it.
I love it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on, because didn't they not play? Hold on, I gotta pull up.
No, they haven't played Dig yet, but they played Fnatic. They've played.
All right, well, we
Leftovers
already
and
know
Monkey
that
Management.
Fnatic is struggling, right? They 3-2'd Fnatic, 3-2'd
So-
Fnatic, which was close, and
Who
they
else do you want them to beat?
the
Method?
Mean Dream and the Leftovers. Come on.
All right, well,
okay,
Leftovers look.
okay.
First of all, the Leftovers look better. All right,
They do.
Leftovers
They
look
do.
better. I mean, you're not going to be impressed by them beating the Zealots. You're not going to be impressed by them beating Grand and Gaming. The only team that's they got to beat Method for you to get
They
impressed.
got to beat Method for me to be impressed,
Oh,
and I don't
okay,
think
all
they
right,
will.
well,
I think
I
they
don't think
lose
they're going to have
Method.
any trouble beating Method. I think they're going to stomp.
Really?
Whoa!
Yeah.
Stomping! Yikes!
I'm not sure. I think
Yikes.
Method's gonna crush Liquid. Method is gonna be
no
like.
way.
It's gonna be very competitive.
So here's my struggle. I don't like either team, and now I gotta pick one of them to win.
Doesn't matter. They don't play each other until week 5.
I know, and I don't like either of them. Oh my god! Every time, all right. I have held this in for 51 episodes of this show, but every time I see Team Liquid on the screen and I see Hasuabs, I'm just like,
God, call him by his
No.
real name.
no. My eye twitches, man. Oh my god, I don't know what it is about Hasuabs, but he drives me nuts. And I have no idea why.
It's his incredible Lost Vikings play. That's what it is.
But they never play Vikings anymore.
They just played Vikings, didn't they?
I'm dragging.
They might have this.
On
year.
Probably
on
Dragon
Tower-
Dragon, probably won.
On Towers of Doom, if I'm not mistaken. I could have sworn they played Lost Vikings
looking it
and
up.
Abathur on the same
Last I knew,
team.
they have like close to 100% win rate with Vikings too.
I'm looking them up now. Hold on.
Look it up.
Let's see.
I mean,
I am.
Okay.
I am.
All right.
I am.
Let's see. You think that was on Towers?
Vikings on.
Yeah,
that's
Vikings
okay,
on
never mind,
Towers.
never
They
mind.
played Vikings on Towers. You know what?
With
They
an
had
Abathur.
to,
With an
'cause
Abathur,
they
right?
almost lost to Fnatic. No Abathur that time.
Okay. All right.
Abathur
They had no
on several
choice.
shrines.
Fnatic backed
Oh,
them
yeah.
into a corner. They had to do that. They had no choice.
Okay. And which team won? Which team won? Come on.
Yeah.
Winning doesn't matter. It's about style points, don't you know, Goon?
Style is everything, man. Style is
I
everything.
mean, if Fnatic lost to that, I don't know. Like,
No, because you guys are telling me it's Hatsu God.
but
So
they even Fnatic even had an anti-Vikings comp.
Yeah, they did. I'm looking at the comp. They should have won that. I mean, we have Bahgz over here telling me that basically Team Liquid is going to be #1 and beat Dig. I mean,
No.
We're not saying that, but we are saying they look good.
Oh, all right, so
They
we're
look
not going to
good.
go crazy.
We're trying to give them credit where credit's due. That's all.
All right,
Top three potential right there.
top 3.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
okay.
No, like
right.
they look like they're primed to go to a land for the first time since Western Clash.
I will. Okay,
Of first Western Clash of 2017.
as much as I don't like them, they do look good right now.
I'm sorry, they
They
went
do
to
look
a
good.
clash. They went to the clash earlier this year.
I'm not sure top 2, but they do look good. They're definitely going to be challenging. I think if Fnatic can't pull their heads out of their butts, then yeah, Liquid is at #2. And then
All
Method and Fnatic will fight over 3-4. All right, back to NA.
Back to NA. Back to NA.
All right.
Tempo Storm versus Octalysis, boys. 3-2.
You hate to see it.
Go ahead.
Reverse sweep.
The reverse sweep.
Yeah.
The reverse sweep. What I saw from Tempo Storm was just a team.
Incredible micro under low latency.
We'll get into that. We'll get into that.
Oh, man.
We'll get into that in a minute. No, but what I saw from Tempo Storm was why Tempo Storm is so good. They keep playing their game. Doesn't matter how bad it looks. They adjust. They keep doing their thing. They're resilient. They come out on top.
All right.
What I saw from Octalysis is what I usually see. They look hot. They look. It's that nice, slick, brand new car you got, and then you run it into a tree, and then you're like, man, what the? And it just never works again.
You want to talk about turning it on and off like Tempest? Like Octalysis is the king of that. The king of like hot and cold. So
like they look explosive, and then all of a sudden it's like, woo.
I want to ask Hero a question. I'm going to ask you directly, Hero. So if you're paying attention and you have a minute to type in chat or in our Discord, either one works. But how critical? Because we're going to talk about this towards later in the show, but I'm interested in getting your thoughts. If you want to hold them until then, that's fine. But we want to talk about the West versus Central server as a coach. Like, how critical is that for your team? You don't have to answer yet. We can wait till we talk about it. But I'm interested in Hero's thoughts as well, as a coach of a pro team. All right. So where were we? We just did TS Octalysis. No Tomorrow versus Team Freedom. Team Freedom looked pretty good. At
Team
least
Freedom,
No Tomorrow.
Team Freedom always looks good, I guess, unless it's against Tempo Storm or Heroes.
Or Heroes Heart.
So is it more so Team Freedom looked really good, or No Tomorrow was struggling?
No Tomorrow is struggling big time. No Tomorrow is struggling.
Yeah. There's some confidence issues there, I think.
I would agree. And then Endemic 3-0'd LFM this week. Like I said, LFM had a rough first 2 days of this weekend. Tempo Storm 3-1ing Simplicity. You know, that's what I expected to see. I did not expect to see Heroes Hearth 3-0 Octalysis.
So, okay. You can cry all you want about Tempo Storm and Octalysis. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's see what this next series holds. Let's see what the Heroes Hearth and Octalysis looks like. And then we get that result. And it's just like,
right.
I mean, are we like what are we crying about? Like, obviously it's not an issue, right? But
and the URL play from Heroes Hearth, I thought was interesting.
I was so surprised to see how forced hammer picks were for Octalysis. Like they were just like running it. What like nonstop? Like, okay, cool, hammer is fine. In certain scenarios, but it just felt like they were just like, we're just gonna run it until we win a game. And then the last game they didn't even play it, and then they got bodied anyways.
Right.
I don't know. Like, I'm not saying Octalysis is a bad team. I think they're skilled players. They're mechanically sound and they're very smart. There's just more going on there with that roster, maybe mentally or I don't know, something outside of just playing the game that is hindering. I don't know if the reverse sweep against Tempo Storm shook them going into this, or if maybe Heroes Hearth was just the better team. I don't know. Like, what was that factor? I thought it was going to be closer.
You have a day off to get your head straight, though, right? So, like, at a certain point, you have to say, okay, we lost. It sucks. We got reverse sweep. That really is bad. But we need to move on and, like, be ready for this next set. You know what I mean? And I don't think they did that. I don't think mentally they were in the right place. I think if you look, I think they're missing a little bit of the I'm gonna call it the Romedy effect. There's a certain amount of sports psychology that needs to be addressed with these teams, and I don't know that it is with all the teams, right? So if you think about it, how do I say this? All right. We on this show, we've always been huge proponents of managers, coaches, staff, like everything, right? Like a pro team needs support to really be a pro team. I understand the limitations that we have in this esport specifically, with the limited amount of funds, with the limited amount of time, with like all of that, right? Blizzard only gives us so much. Big names aren't coming in. How do we do these things? How do we get all the support staff we really need? So I understand that to a degree. But then I know there are other teams out there finding a way to get people like Ramadi to work with their team and, try and straighten them out and get them in the right headspace, and really make that team successful. And so it makes me wonder about teams like Octalysis. Like, yeah, it sucks that you got reverse swept, but you should be able to bounce back from that. As much as I hate to admit this, Schizo's right. Team Liquid has a huge support staff around their Heroes of the Storm team. All the big names do, right? To a certain extent, so does Dig, so does Fnatic, right? They can afford to have
Tempo Storm,
support staff around that team. Tempo Storm does and they don't. They have Kyle is a great coach. They have a great manager. I think they could use a little bit more staff, and they're just not paying for it right now. But Tempo Storm isn't one of the traditional esports orgs either, like you have out of a Fnatic or out of a Dig or out of a Team Liquid, right? They're relatively new. They're not small by any stretch, but they're still relatively new to the esports scene. So, maybe they don't have quite as much staff as they should have, in my opinion.
Yeah. LF Cloud9, where are you at?
Yes. Right. Or even TSM, right? I would love to see TSM come in. I don't think they will for all of the same reasons that I don't own an esports team here right now. You just can't make money in this. You can't. Like, teams that are sponsored are either big name teams that have the money and it's okay and they just want that extra recognition, or you have the let's call them fringe sponsors, the Octalyses, the Endemics, the LFMs, right? Like, they're not. Simplicity is another good example. They're not the TSMs. They're not the Cloud9s. They're not. Man, I'm going blank on some of the other big ones that do like big Dota, big League, big.
Evil Genius.
Evil Genius, right? What was the one that Hasuabs used to play under?
Misfits.
Yes, Misfits, right? Like, those teams have left and aren't coming back because there's just not enough to be made in the Heroes. I love our community. There's not enough money to be made. Trent went into a huge, like, he did a whole episode of Trent eSports, his show that we hosted.
Entry level
eSports.
Thank you, man. On this, right? So the bigger orgs that are here, I expect to see more, or I want to see more staff out of them. But at the same time, I also understand why there isn't, right? And so it's like one of those things where I struggle with it because, the teams that are going to get a sports psychologist, the teams that are going to get, not just a coach, but a good manager and like somebody to make sure the team has what they need, not just the manager, but like, is your mental health okay? Are you guys, physically working out every other day or whatever, right? Like, those are the teams that are going to have a better performance in the long run. So I want to see those things, but I know why I don't.
Yeah, I've heard some players on their streams say that, the reason they don't look for a coach or they're not promoting to look for a coach is because it's almost impossible to find somebody that's willing to put time, full time, without getting paid. That's what they're saying. So I know Michael Udall was one of those players. So if they are looking for a coach, it's someone that they're looking at not paying. Which, it's rough, man. It's rough. But at the same time, I will say, give people a shot. Give them a chance. If they're willing to say, hey, like, okay, I understand I'm not going to get paid for this. However, I'm willing to give it a shot, try, get the experience, and hey, there's a connection that's made there. Then
it's no different than this, right? Like, looking at what I easily spent 30 hours a week working on this stuff, on just what Trolls GG stuff in general. It's the same type of thing. It's more for a coach. I think Hero pointed out he's doing like 60, 65 hours a week, easy, on LFM coaching stuff.
Yeah, yikes.
There's open division coaches that were spending 20 to 40 hours easily working on stuff. It happens.
Yep.
Like, you think about scrim slots and you're reviewing, then you got to review the scrims yourself and you got to tell them what they should have done better. You got to look at drafts. You got to, like, you're constantly doing stuff. Coaching's no joke in esports, man.
It really
Like,
isn't.
I thought this was a lot of hours, but then I started thinking about coaching. It's crazy the number of hours you end up putting in.
And you
It
know,
just is.
in my opinion, coaching is more than just this is how you click the buttons. This is how
Oh, yeah.
you know. There's more that needs to go on there. There's more that needs to happen to develop players to be a team, to instill confidence in one another, to establish trust. More importantly, trust inside and outside the game. Like there's gonna be a certain commitment, you know, to each other that you have to acknowledge. I'm not. It's not like I'm playing quick match with 4 other guys. No, like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna go play some house with my buddies. That's not how that works. You need to like change that mindset or develop that mindset that this is a family, a brotherhood, sisterhood, whatever. You know,
Right.
this is what's happening.
Right.
Right. And I think that
I agree.
there are people out there that go into coaching and then realize that, oh, I don't know what to do with these issues that are happening on this team. I don't know how to address that.
Right.
I don't know. Just keep focusing on the game. Keep, you know, or, you know, I don't know. They'll just tell them, they'll help them how they can, but either through a lack of experience, personal experience, maybe,
Right.
Or what, I don't know, whatever.
Whatever the case may be.
Yeah. You know, and, you know, for me, I never, when I was coaching Reborn at the time, I'm not coaching them anymore. I'm managing. I found my time, personal life, I found time and time getting smaller. But for me, it was, I never claimed to be smarter at the game, better at the game, or anything like that. My mentality was, I want to ask certain questions. I want you guys to ask certain questions to each other and think about the game in a more expanded light and go from there. And then that's something that they've developed. Now they have a coach. Chromage is their coach now, and they're able to use all that knowledge, you know, that they've gained from playing with each other and expanding their minds. And then now they have someone that comes in and can look at all the numbers, look at all the stuff. And I mean, hey, Crosby in chat, shout out to you. He's there too, helping out. But yeah, the support staff is there, but like it's not just click the buttons. Here's a comp you guys need to run, and then that's that.
I would put forward that at this level, even open division and higher, click the buttons is probably the least important thing any coach would do.
Right. Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Like you have mechanical skill. If you don't, you probably shouldn't be on this team. If you do, then I don't need to tell you how to push the buttons.
Yeah.
Maybe you guide them down. You know, this is a meta shift I see coming. Let's get ahead of it. Maybe you guide them down. This is where I think people should be playing. But really, it's more. I am the independent third party to tell you guys what we can improve on. I don't have skin in this game. I'm not. You know, let's take Udall for example. Like, could you imagine him trying to tell other players on his team what they should be doing better? Like, that would not go well.
And that also depends on who the other players are and what their personalities are like, and if they're able to receive that constructive criticism. Now, as a third party mediator, in my eyes, it's your responsibility to establish that trust among each other. Where, hey, you'd all can go to Big E and be like, yo, you know, this and this, and then Big E can be like, okay, cool. Like, I get it, I got it, and then he can do the same.
Yeah.
You know, yes, it is important to have that third guy there when they can't come to a conclusion, but being able to trust each other and be able to do that amongst themselves is also really helpful. It's important. I was gonna say something, but I forget. Jay Pools in chat, players who think that the coach has to be the best player seem to be missing the point, and there are people that honestly think that, and I'm sure there are people in HGC that think that. I'm assuming, I'm generalizing, right?
Oh no, you'd be getting it right. There's so many of those people.
But what you say, what you said about, hey, that person's job is to identify what we can improve on. I think yes, in the game, but also just as important outside of the game. How are we speaking to one another? Are we showing respect to one another?
I would say almost more important than in the game, because or at least even tier, right? Like, interpersonal relationships on the team make the team do better. Period.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
if I'm having to explain the concept of vision in the game to an HGC team, maybe that HGC team needs to look at where they're at as players. Right. However, if I'm explaining and establishing the concept of respect to one another, okay, and it's all important, right? But obviously, you point out those small moments here and there, and I still do that to my guys every once in a while. I'll send them a PM in Discord, like, hey, I saw that, and they're like, oh snap, yeah, I know, yeah, fix it. But I mean, nowhere near as involved as I used to. But anyways,
yeah, I would agree. All right, let's jump into our little topic. Unless any other results stuff has to be discussed.
Wait, that wasn't the topic? Holy shit!
No, man, that wasn't even the topic.
Bahgz, you're quiet. I don't know. You got any skin in this game? What's up?
I did nothing to add to that one.
Okay. I bet you do for the next one though.
He's just thinking about LeBron James playing for the Lakers. That's all he's thinking about.
Oh my god!
Wait, did I miss that? Did he actually say he was playing for them?
Oh yeah, that's happening.
That's happening, dude.
No, is it really happening, or is it like everybody?
It's happening. It's happening. What's the contract? 150 million or something like that over.
$154 for 4 years.
That's crazy.
Anyways, that's real sports. We don't talk about that here, Kappa. All right.
All right. Server discussion. Oh man. All right. West versus Central. I'm sorry, you East Coast people. It sucks to be you, myself included. There is no East Coast server anymore. Home team gets to pick the server. That's just how it works. Same way in Open Division. What do you guys discuss?
Discuss. It is what it is. Obviously, the way HGC works, it's over. It's an online league. Players playing from all over the country for their teams. There's a home team and an away team. The home team obviously has the advantage by selecting the server they want to play on. Let's take a team like Tempo Storm. They all live in California. They all live on the West Coast. They all live near the West server. Potentially they get a nice ping, right? Compared to maybe, in this case, Team Octalysis, they are primarily a Central team. And for them to play on a competitive set environment for a league game on the Western server is probably not ideal for them. What's the solution to that? Probably the best solution is just to have the league be held in a LAN. All the teams show up to
well, sure.
to a stage, and they play on the LAN. Afterwards, they go home, they go to McDonald's, whatever they want to do. They go hang out, they go to Disneyland. Who cares?
Yep.
That's not the case.
Nope.
So if you're home, you play on your server. If you're away, you got to deal with it. However, you will be home.
Yes.
You will be home at some point. So that option will be there for you. But
I feel like we jumped a little bit ahead.
Yeah. Okay.
We should point out. Sorry, people who may not be in the know. Prismaticism from Octalysis was complaining that, here they are playing the top two teams in the league, and they have server disadvantage as well. And saying they could have beat Tempo with better circumstances. I struggle with this because I'm like, okay, well, you know what? Heroes Hearth. 2 people on the East Coast, right? And they seem to be fine. But, here we are with Prismat complaining.
Well, I mean, he also mentioned the schedule, right? Playing the top 2 teams in the same weekend.
I mean, shit happens, bro. Like, I get it. Yeah, your schedule sucked, but your schedule sucked, man. Like, move on. It's not like you just found out this week that you were going to have to face them. You know what I mean? Like, the schedule was published, and it was done. So, Like,
I'm sure they brought up their concerns, and if Blizzard didn't do anything, then hey, it sucks when something sucks, right?
Right.
However, sometimes you just gotta press.
Yes. Like, suck it up, move on. Like, that's how the world works. We don't always get what we want. Sometimes you got to play the best two teams in the same weekend. Like,
so I guess all three of us are in agreement that it's less valid and more in the whining.
I agree that if you want to have the best games, everything should be on a LAN. Period. I agree. No, totally not feasible. No, absolutely not. Which I understand. But the reality is, if you want to have the best quality games, that's what you'd have to do, right? Like, that's just the way it is. Anything on the internet is subject to all sorts of issues. What happens if Prismac gets DDoS next weekend?
It could happen.
It could.
I mean, yeah. I mean, any of that could happen, right? Or Blizzard, or whatever,
Right. Anything's possible.
Anything is possible.
So,
yeah. I mean,
rather than whine, fix what you can fix and learn to move past the things you can't control.
Yeah, exactly. Life is too short to be worried about stuff that's out of your control. Do what you can, follow your path, stick your mind to whatever goal you have in place for yourself, and ignore all distractions. That's a Hanzo line, by the way, but it's a really good talent too. Just kidding, it's not. It's not. So stop taking it in my Hero League games because you saw Rich take it on Volskaya. But anyways,
here's a good rule of thumb. If Rich played it, don't try it at home.
I saw him play W build. I saw him play W build Zul'jin, all right, on stream. So anyways,
none of y'all are rich. Anything you see that man do, don't do it yourself, because you know what? You are not him.
Yeah. Anyways, that's beside the point. We're way off topic. But if you can't control it, don't worry about it. It's not, if it's something that you can control and it's something that you slip up, that's on you. Okay, you know what? Maybe instead of whining about it, just take a hard look at it and try to figure out why that ended up being the way it did. If it was in your control, what did I do? Anything else, man? Life is too short. Life is too short, brother. Just do your thing. And also, be careful. You're not representing yourself. You're not representing, Team 12 or or
your
this
brand,
is
right?
Octalysis. So
now
now
represent a brand. Yeah. You represent and you represent Blizzard.
Yeah. So I get it. Your boss isn't making you happy. If you're complaining about things all the time, how likely are they going to take you seriously? Yeah. They might just be like, whatever. Like,
as
okay.
A boss, I write you off and look to get rid of you as soon as I can.
Dang.
So.
Don't work for LiQuid, dude.
Holy.
You know what? All my people are happy and don't complain, so I don't have that problem. But that's a different story.
But yeah, Octalysis, like, this is a meme now. This is a meme on Twitter, and it's a meme associated with Prismat, associated with Octalysis.
Yep.
There's gonna be lots of eyes emojis flying around for the next, week or so until the next meme comes out. They lose as soon as they lost this against Heroes Hearth. What happens? Heroes, hey, people are saying this, people are saying that. People from EU,
yes,
are making memes.
Eyes. Yep.
Yeah. So just,
great.
And this is for anybody. This is for anybody. This is not just all right. Prismat, whatever. For anybody in any aspect of your life, keep in mind that sometimes you there's just some things that you gotta deal with. I was in the military for 8 years. Man, I used to bitch and complain about all kinds of stuff, and you know what? Like, there's just nothing. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can do. You signed that dotted line. You just gotta deal with it, and that's just how it is. What I had to do was like, okay, I cannot make this change. obviously I'm down here, and there's so many people above me.
Right.
I can maybe within my circle of influence make a positive impact that way.
Yeah. That's what you have to do.
It's a good way to spend it.
Yeah. So, and something I used to tell my guys is like, look, you're working here for the military. I understand you're a young 18, 19-year-old guy. You want to do your own thing. However, you need to have the discipline to understand that you need to do what is required of you. But also, stay true to yourself. And when the time comes, when it presents itself, maybe you can make that impact. But for now, do what you need to do. But anyways, whatever. Sorry.
It's all right, man. You don't have to apologize. It's absolutely true. All right. Anything on this last topic before we jump into previews?
The schedule sucks, but whatever.
Suck it up and deal with it.
Yeah, maybe it's more of a confidence thing. Like, we don't want to lose back-to-back weeks and then have to work our way up, and we just got blasted and like just. You're gonna play them eventually, anyways. Like I said, it's not perfect. Maybe if there was more teams in the league and the seasons were longer, the course of a year or something, like okay. But we're not Major League Baseball where you play the same team 3 days in a row and then you travel to the next team,
right.
And it's just But anyways.
That'd be pretty cool, though.
Yeah.
All right. Time to talk preview. Let's start with Friday, 5 a.m., starting with them Korea games. Tempest versus Miracle. Bahgz and I both have this as a 3-0, Goon. What do you think? You good with that?
Hey, hang on. Repeat that again. I'm sorry. Robin of
Tempest
Loxley.
Miracle.
Uh-huh.
And we both have Tempest winning 3-0.
I can agree with that. Yeah, I totally agree with that.
And then 7 a.m. game, we have Felice versus Gen G. Bahgz and I both have Gen G winning that one 3.
I mean, if Felice somehow pulls out a win, cool.
I think
but
everybody will be shocked. This will be a good one, though. Noon Friday, all times Eastern, LiQuiud versus Zealots. Bahgz and I both have LiQuiud winning. I think Zealots gets 2 maps. Bahgz is saying 1 map. Do you think Zealots is getting any maps off team?
I'm going 3-0. LiQuiud.
3-0.
Ooh.
All right.
I like
and
it.
then our 2 p.m. Eastern game, Granite Gaming versus Dignitas. We both have Dig 3-0 in Granite.
3-1 Dignitas.
All right. And over to NA, Team Freedom versus Endemic. Bahgz and I both have Freedom winning that 3-2.
I'm going to go 3-2, but Endemic.
Whoa!
All right.
Yeah. Just because I like to see you guys' reaction when I make claims like that. No.
Chad agrees. Endemic.
I think Endemic. We're gonna see. I think we're gonna see. A lively
I
team.
think this will be a good point for Freedom to see how Freedom does. And help us determine where they sit.
Because like whenever we discuss NA, it's like here's the top, here's the bottom, and then Freedom is somewhere in there. Like obviously, you can argue they're at the top, but like nobody's ever really talking about Freedom the way they're talking about
Bahgz.
Yeah, except for Bahgz.
Always.
Like I think if anything, we're gonna see really how good Freedom is and how good Endemic is, and really how close the latter half of the NA teams really are.
That tier of the teams, yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that.
So,
all right, LFM versus Tempo. We both have Tempo winning that 3-1.
I like the 3-1 for LFM, but I'm just kidding. No.
Everybody would like LFM.
I'm gonna go with my heart. All
right.
But yeah,
I'm just throwing out there. Your heart's not going to help you with them Master League points.
It's already it's over. It's over for me. So.
I couldn't even find you on the screen, dude. I went through every stage.
Okay, they reset the state. They reset the.
Yes.
Yeah, that killed me. They reset it while I was at work.
Yeah, that destroyed me. But I was already at the bottom, baby. I was already at the bottom. My heart must go on though. It will go on. So.
All right, so over up into Saturday, starting at 5 a.m. Eastern, we have Blossom versus Tempest. Bahgz and I both have Tempest winning that 3-1.
Tempest 3-1. Ooh.
I think Blossom can take a map.
I'm gonna go 3-0. I'm gonna go 3-0.
All right. Okay.
That's gonna be that. I can't remember what our analogy was. Was it the DirecTV?
Yes. Yeah.
Direct.
DirecTV
Yeah.
versus cable.
Tempest is all of a sudden just gonna wake up and just blast everybody, and then they're gonna go cold for the next 2 weeks.
Rough. All right. Then we have Ballistics versus Gluck, and Bahgz and I both have Ballistics 3-0ing that.
Yep.
Cool. And then noon Eastern, we have Method versus Monkey Menagerie. Both of us say 3-2.
I'm gonna go 3-1 Method.
Okay.
And that's being generous to Monkey Menagerie.
I think Monkey Menagerie can get a game.
I don't think so.
All right.
I don't
That's
think
fair.
so. But I'm going 3-1. I'm going 3-1.
All right. So 2 o'clock, Fnatic versus Leftovers. Bahgz is at a 3-1, thinking Leftovers is taking a map, and I'm at a 3-0, saying now Fnatic smokes him.
I'm with Bahgz on this one.
Okay.
Leftovers has improved.
Definitely. They definitely have. 5 p.m. Eastern, we have Octalysis versus Simplicity. Bahgz says 3-1. I say 3-2. Both of us calling for Octalysis to win.
This one's going to be interesting for me as far as a team dynamic is concerned.
I agree.
I'm going to go 3-2 Octalysis. However, I will not be surprised if Simplicity somehow manages to pull this one out. And if they do, what this says for Octalysis. But we'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Okay. And then the 5 p.m. game, Heroes Hearth versus No Tomorrow. Bahgz and I both have that being 3-0'd.
Team Freedom versus No Tomorrow 3-0?
No, Heroes Hearth.
I was like, didn't they just play? I mean, that yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, over to Sunday. Supernova versus Ballistics. Ballistics 3-0ing for both of us.
Yep.
All right, and then 7 a.m. Miracle versus Feliz. Miracle 3-1ing for both of us.
Yeah, I could see that.
All right. Noon, the game of the weekend. Dignitas versus LiQuiud. Bahgz is in it at 3-2, but I'm saying 3-1.
I'm saying 3-1 Dignitas. But a 3-2 will be nice. For
the viewers.
For the
viewers, yeah. 2 p.m. Eastern, Zealots versus Method. Bahgz is at Method 3-0ing, and I'm saying Method 3-1s.
That's a 3-0.
Yeah, it might be.
I'm having a hard time. You know what? I'm gonna go 3-1.
It's their week, man. It's
their
week.
I'm gonna give Zealots the benefit of the doubt, and that they're gonna make improvements. It's just a matter of how significant are those improvements compared to that of how good Method is. But
all right, and then Tempo Storm versus Team Freedom at the 5 p.m. game. Bahgz is saying 3-1 Tempo Storm. I'm saying 3-2 Tempo Storm. I'm giving a little bit more credit to Freedom than
proud
Bahgz
of you, LiQuiud.
I'm gonna go 3-2 as well for Tempo Storm. Yeah, I think Freedom maybe has a chance to actually get a win, like actually win this series.
An upset there, yeah.
But we'll see. I think by that point, Tempo Storm's gonna be jiving. They're gonna be chill. But
all right. And then last game of the weekend, we have Endemic versus Octalysis. Bahgz has Octalysis winning 3-2. I said, no, sir. Endemic's winning that 3-2 because Prismat's going to be a whiny biatch. What do you think?
3-1 Octalysis.
All right. So, if you are smart like Wonder Bread or Schizophrenic, you've probably already got your picks in and you're in the top 20 on MasterLeague.net's challenge. If you are or aren't, doesn't really matter. Go get your picks in. Let's see how you do. Compare yourself to everybody else. Currently sitting at 310 points myself, and Bahgz at 235, which is kind of out of the top 20 range by quite a bit. So, yeah, definitely go check that out. Hit our Discord, talk trash. Wonder Bread's got all the bragging rights right now, sitting at the top as far as I know, with 510 points.
That guy does not follow his heart. All right. So.
No, he does not follow his heart. He's the guy going in and being like, "This is the way it's going."
Hey, I make all these, predictions or whatever, and give you my most would consider illogical, but yeah, I'm an emotional guy.
It's all right, man. So. It's all right. I will say they did add China back in, and they added ANZ.
Yeah.
So there's some points.
A little overwhelming.
Some points to be had, boys.
Yeah, man, I don't know.
I missed games. Like, I know I missed games.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's why I'm back so far, but that's okay.
Well, the thing is they don't let you pick out way far in advance. Like, you can't pick a full weekend worth of matches.
Right. Well, you can't. Well, you sort of can, but you can't because right now there's too many China games and ANZ games. So if you wait until at Thursday you will see the entire weekend of Korea, EU.
My thing is if you say you only had time to pick winners once a week, you should be. I feel like you should be able to pick for the.
That's
full
a problem.
Week.
Yeah. Well, maybe they'll fix that. Maybe they'll now that they've added more, they can a little bit more picking space. So.
Yeah. Anyway.
All right, Goon. Is your dog still going crazy or
No, he's settled down. He's fine.
Cool.
He's all
it's
good.
Time to talk. It's time to talk Open Division, and you know what? I think nobody better to lead us through that conversation than you. So
Open Division. Open Division right now is the hottest it's ever been since its existence. It's exciting. It's exciting. There's a lot of pretty decent teams out there. I mean, none of them are as good as Reborn, but they're pretty good. It's really exciting. It's very competitive, and there's an air of what's the word I'm looking for? The phrase I'm looking for. It just seems like everybody is in this together. At the end of the day, we're all trying to beat each other or whatever and get those points and go to the Crucible and make an HGC, but at the same time, I feel like there's more there's more people working together, camaraderie, more collaboration within certain teams to kind of help each other improve and provide feedback and stuff, and players and members in the community. I like it. So I'm just going to shout out Reborn because those are my guys. We placed third place last week, and then we're playing tonight again for first place. That's where we're going. We're going for first place. But they're making a run, and they're looking good. Hey, that series against Queen's Gambit last night, if you haven't checked it out, go watch that series. It was insane. On the main Heroes of the Storm channel.
I'm gonna throw out that Wrong Orc looks pretty good. I hope to be able to watch the replay of Reborn versus Wrong Orc tonight.
Yeah, Wrong Orc, Wrong Orc, Freebirds. They're also a top team. I think Necrodancers is a good team as well. They're in the top 4 this week. They weren't last week, but I still think they're a solid team. They beat Queen's Gambit last week as well.
Yeah.
It's I think it's fairly competitive. I think tonight we'll see just exactly how close those top teams really are. But I think everyone will be pleasantly surprised to see some very, very good games.
Awesome.
Unlike those EU games, bro, those games are
The EU. So I watched a lot of the VODs. I'm not completely caught up yet because honestly, I've just been like swamped. EU seems a little bit. Let's go with the word messier than they used to be. Yeah, I think messier is the word I want.
I mean, there's some murkies, some cho'Galls happen. Like, okay, cool, but you watch those games and you're like, this just looks like,
right? Okay, so I'm not.
This
crazy.
looks like a Bush League game, you know? Like,
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm just kidding. Nothing's as good as Bush League.
Bush League was a little cleaner, I think. No. So I don't know. It just seemed a little. I think messy is the word I want to go with. Right? It seemed a little messier than normal. So yeah. Okay. All right.
Yeah, but no, definitely, guys, go check it out on the Heroes Hype channel, on the main Blizz Heroes channel. NA Open Division is really fun. It's really exciting, and you can really get behind these players and these teams. I think, well, for me, it's more personal, obviously, but I think for a lot of people too, because they know these guys. You know, they're your friends. You play with them in your quick matches, your hero leagues, team league, whatever, unranked. You know, they're always around. You guys, you know, are playing with them and stuff like that. And to see your friends, to see these people, to see these guys and gals, and to perform and on this mainstream, it's a lot of fun. And sometimes, like, okay, yeah, you're watching HGC, it's cool, but sometimes it's a little impersonal because you don't really, you know, maybe you watch their streams, like that's cool. You know, but I don't know. Amateur for me.
No, definitely check out Open Division. For all those reasons. Yeah. And if you're European, check out EU Open Division. Like, I know it looks a little. I said it looks a little messy right now. I expect it to clean itself up in the next week or two. If I remember correctly, Phase 1 started kind of similar, where it was a little like all over the place, and then it settled down.
Yeah.
So definitely check out Open Division. Also, if you aren't quite ready for Open Division, but you want to, you know, get your toe in that competitive water, NGS signups are currently open in NA. I think the EU one is open as well, and I'm called, which makes me sad.
Heroes Lounge.
Heroes Lounge, thank you. I'm just pulling up their website right now to see. I think they're still doing signups right now. Definitely check them out. Yeah, signups are open, so check them out. They're a great group of guys and girls. So definitely check out Heroes Lounge as well as NGS. And then, you know, Bush League, the HOTS Underground is starting soon as well. So if you know about Bush League, you're in the know. If you don't know about Bush League, well,
better luck next year. See ya.
Those little right, look for those little hints about it around the edges, and you'll find Bush League, and be surprised by what you see in the HOTS Underground. All right. Did I miss anything for the amateur scene?
Crosby brings up a good point. There was like 6K viewers last night for Open. It's a lot of views for Open Division. A lot of people are interested, invested in this. I think Open Division has more passionate fans than HGC.
All right. I would probably agree with that. I think HGC has the numbers. I think Open Division definitely has the passionate fans, so I would agree with that.
Yeah, there's more memeing going on in HGC chat, but there's actual there's actual
chat going on in Open Division chat.
It's really cool.
Kudos to Heroes Hype for still killing it. They're doing a great job running Open Division.
Does anybody know who's streaming, who's casting on the Heroes Hype channel? Because they'll do both for the second night. Because last night was Cav Guest and Halloran, where we're.
Hold on, HH casters. Let's see.
The Twitch drops are over. Yeah, they're over, Robin.
Looks like Murda and Bobo are doing it tonight.
Okay.
Yeah, Murda and Bobo. So definitely check that out. Right, if the team you want to watch isn't on the mainstream, check out the Heroes Hype stream.
I think both of them tonight will be casting the same games. It's just you can watch on, you know, do you want to watch Jake and Kala? Or yeah. But the first night, it's split, yeah.
It's split, right? It's definitely split. So, yeah, definitely check it out. Heroes Hype does a great job, not just running it, but also making sure that there's a second stream, and that everything runs smoothly. Like, I can't say enough good stuff about Heroes Hype. Cool. Did we forget anything for amateur?
Don't think so. Right. A couple roster changes, but you guys will see next week for a couple team, for at least a pretty notable team. So
I think it's time to announce a winner. What do you guys think?
Ooh, I almost forgot about that. Let's do it.
I'm not gonna let us forget about the BlizzCon ticket winner, man.
Actually, see you guys. See ya. Have a good one. It's mine.
Right? Like, come on. All right. So, I don't know. I feel like we need a drum roll, but I don't have a drum roll queued up, so we're just gonna go with this.
No. Hang on. Let me. I got you covered. Hang on. Let me. All right. I'll let you know. when it plays here. All right. It's the Zul'jin drumming. All right. Here we go. All right. Are we ready, ladies and gentlemen? All right. Here we go. And the winner.
The winner from, I can't believe it. This is the way it is. Fringe is gonna laugh. Saskatoon, Canada, of all places. Ryan Barber from Saskatoon, Canada.
Wait. Is that a Hero Physio pseudonym? Is that what that is?
No, that's not a hero pseudonym. But there he is in Twitch.
There he is, baby. Right there.
What's up?
Congratulations.
Wow.
That's even better.
This guy has been lurking. He's been lurking for the past, I don't even know how long. He's like, dude, shut the hell up and let's see who got that BlizzCon ticket.
Right?
Please.
All right, do me a favor, Ryan. Send me a Twitch chat real quick, a PM, with what you want your character name to be on your ticket, and I will update your ticket right now. You'll get an email telling you all that. Yes, Dorsch, I did check. We are legal in Canada. Yes, we are good to go. I made sure. I did so much work to make sure we were good in Canada and the U.S. Congratulations, Ryan.
Dude, congrats, man.
I'm so happy that you were in Twitch chat when that happened.
That's awesome.
That's very rewarding, yeah.
Right?
He's like, this is nuts.
Awesome. Oh my god. I'm super stoked because I was like, all right, like what are the odds that the person's gonna be in Twitch chat when I announce this? And like the fact that you're here, like, dude, like that makes this giveaway like worth it to me. So that's awesome.
Hell yeah, dude.
All right, so we're gonna wrap up. This is my last show, so this will be the last time you guys hear me wrapping this show up. After that, it's gonna be Goon and Bahgz. I may come back from time to time when I have time because I love HGC and I'll still be watching.
He's gonna pull an Equinox.
I'm not sure I'm gonna go that far, but I'll definitely still be watching HGC. It's been fun, dude. It's been fun working with both of you. It's been fun working with the entire network. Everything, right? Like, I have enjoyed the last year and a half of my life doing this stuff. I have too much other stuff going on. I'm not gonna be able to come around and do the show regularly or run the network. But thank you, thank you both. Thank you all you guys that watch and message. Thank you for everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, without LiQuid, I mean, I guess Bahgz too, right? Just kidding, wow. Bahgz, I love you, but. I mean, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't have this opportunity to be emotional with you guys and
right,
get spicy with you guys. But man, gonna miss you, dude. Awesome. You definitely make this a lot easier, and with you gone.
Yeah,
tough.
Yeah, I can see that. All right. So with all that. Thank you all for listening to Trollin HGC, a weekly podcast about Heroes of the Storm, eSports, and a member of the Trolls.gg Entertainment Network. We stream live on our Twitch channel, twitch.tv/TrollsGG, every week on Tuesdays at 7:30 p.m., 7:30 p.m. Eastern. Wow, 4:30 p.m. Pacific. Bahgz, where can people find you?
People can follow me on Twitter at Bahgz HGC. They can watch me stream on twitch.tv/Bahgz when I start doing that again, which is probably not anytime soon. But that's pretty much it. Goon, where can people find you?
What up? All right, you guys can find me on Twitter at GoonHots. You'll see me memeing. I'll, throw in some eyeballs emojis. You'll know when I'm streaming. I talk about Reborn and stuff. Try to talk to, random people on the internet. You can also find me on Twitch, twitch.tv/GoonHots. I stream. It's been almost every day now. Well, it's been pretty regular throughout the week. The weekends not so much. I did do a stream the other night. Yeah, playing Hero League, and we just chilling. We're just chilling, playing some Hero League. We got some chill music, whatever. You guys can meme on me or just put it on in the background and while you guys are making dinner or something like that. I did my placements today. I played 12 games of Hero League today. I'm in Diamond, 2 wins away from Master. I was Master last season. I'm going to try to get back in there. And also, you can see me on Thursdays on this same channel for the Nexus Trolls podcast, where my buddies Aramis and Sokin join me, and we talk about things in the game. Here's the Storm. Talk about how to improve the game, meta stuff, all kinds of random discussions relating Heroes of the Storm. And also, I also want to, announce it here. Even though I've already done one of these, I do a weekend show that I just started up again. It was Armchair HGC that we were doing. Now it's called HGC and Chill. We pull up the HGC stream. We just, we'll watch it and stuff, but we'll talk about the drafts and whatever. But it's an open-ended podcast format where we end up talking about all kinds of crazy stuff. Last time we talked about, you're gonna have to go tune in and see what we talked about. I don't want to mention it here. It's a mature audience only. So anything, like I had Sug on the show last week. We talked about MMA. We talked about personal life experiences, and then we talked about the game and stuff like that. But it's a good time. I'm looking to bring on a different host every week, or a different guest or whatever every week, kind of like a Joe Rogan kind of experience going on there. You guys can read into that however you like. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, and on YouTube, GoonHots. I post a VOD of that last show on YouTube. GoonHots. It was a 4-hour show. A lot to talk about. We talked about all kinds of stuff. So, yeah.
Wow.
Awesome. All right, so you won't be able to find me here anymore, but you can still follow me on Twitter at LiQuidGG, LiQiuDGG. I'll tweet whenever I'm going to do anything, whatever that may be, once I get over this hump of stuff I have going on outside of all of this gaming news. Thank you to all of our Patreon supporters. If you enjoy the show, you can support us in a number of ways, and one of those ways is Patreon at patreon.com/TrollsGG. Thank you to all of our chieftains, the OG Chief Super Dave, Preston, Slugger, and our War Chief, William T. You can follow us on Twitter at Trollin HGC for show announcements and Heroes of the Storm eSports news. You can follow us on Twitch, twitch.tv/TrollsGG, or you can subscribe to our show on YouTube, iTunes, Google Play, and Stitcher. Tell us how we're doing. Leave a comment, leave a rating, drop us a note, send us a tweet. Visit our website, www.trolls.gg. You can read all of our articles and catch up with our past podcasts. Thank you all for a wonderful 18 months of my life, and thank you all for watching the show, including all of you guys on Twitch who are watching this live. We always love hearing from people in chat. Stick around for some after show games with Bahgz. Hit up our Discord, and we'll see you in the next.
Peace out.
Bye.